Roger that, Calvin. Hey, everybody. Hey, I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. Um, oh boy. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? Good to see you, Jonathan. Hope you're doing well. Calvin, how are you? Yep, 27th is today, and it's just for a few hours more. I'm looking at my clock. Yeah. Hey, Mark. How are you? How are you, Calvin? No, that is not Anita Bryant. That is a Filipino record that I got in. That gorgeous hair, gorgeous hair. Yeah, I'm here for the Wilco. Roger that, Calvin. Hey, Kurt, how are you? Mr. Beatles Pro. I enjoyed going to see that band with you last night. What are they called? Yeah, it was fun. Keep them separated. Ta-da. Offspring. Good to see them. Yeah, so hope you had a blast. Uh oh, you got a new image there. All righty. Hey, Brett. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, folks. Everybody else who's here, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna do a CD sale tonight. Nico's in the other room. She doesn't really like to hang out in this room, which is totally okay with me. Let's go and get started, folks. If you see something you're interested in, just comment in the chat the title and the price, and we will make it happen. And I hope I do have some post-it notes. If not, I do have post-it notes. Keep them separated. All right, here we go, folks. And Mark, I did get your email, and they're right over there. I'll pull them, Mark. Yeah. See where I am. All right, here we go. Jesse McCartney, $1. Enya, $1. Look at that hair, won't you? Yeah. So today was nonstop in Wake Forest. Kenny Dean and the Texas Attitudes, moving on with a dream, $1. I can understand that, Calvin. I did take last Monday off. First time I've done that. Of course, the phone rang, and anyway, then I had a sale. But you're welcome, Mark. But I could totally understand that. The Dell Lords, $1. The Coors, CORRS, $1. The Rippingtons, $1. Rock of the 80s, 2 Zongo Bongo Vapors. Boomtown Rats, Wall of Voodoo, Nina, Duran Duran, Romantics, Cutting Crew. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. Don Henley, $1. Hey, welcome in everybody that's coming in. Thanks so much. We're doing we're doing some CDs tonight. What I'm showing now is $1. $1 for Shania Twain. If you see something you're interested in, just comment in there. This is a classical record, 2-disc. The English Philharmonic Orchestra, $1. Mary Chapin Carpenter, $1. Arthur Fiedler, $1. Another Mary Chapin Carpenter, $1. Rocket from the Crypt, $1. Wilco in the video. Rod Stewart. This is part of the Great American Songbook Volume 3. Pardon me. Carla Barnoff, single. Stan Ridgway. Does anybody know what band he used to be in? Stan Ridgway. What band was he in? Put it in the chat if you know. This is a single going southbound, $1. Kurt will like Rocket from the Crypt. There we go. Let's get it labeled for you. Hey, Brian. Wall of Voodoo is correct. Who did he marry? I don't know. Thank you, Kurt. Wall of Voodoo, that's correct, Calvin. I have no idea who he married, but I'm dying to know. The Silencers, 12-inch single, The Real McCoy, $1. 12-inch single, Robert Plant, Hurting Kind, factory sealed, $1. Oh, that's a good one. Adrian Ballou, Oh Daddy, it's a single. I didn't want to show these singles tonight. I'll find some other things to show. Miss Ridgeway. Okay, I'm gonna reach in here, grab some more, but I'm gonna try not to show the singles tonight. Save it for another night. This is Jefferson Airplane, 2400 Fulton Street. It's missing everything. It's $1. Belinda Carlisle, I Have It on Earth, $1. Bush, $1. Lionel Cartwright, $1. Well, Brian, you going to tell us? Danny K, $1. I'm going to say, sorry, answer to I was hearing a chat, not seeing it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know who, I mean, I could get on Wikipedia and check it out. But I'm going to set these over here. Got to be careful because this is where the things are that Mark wants. So I got to keep them separated. Bridget Fonda? Bridget Fonda. Who's Bridget Fonda? I know there's Jane Fonda. There's Peter Fonda. Is Bridget part of the same Fondas? Okay, got that done. But that sounds like a plan. Alrighty. We got more. Danny Elfman's wife. Led Zeppelin, CD1, CD2, BBC Sessions, $1. Boston, Greatest Hits, $1. Johnny Mathis, $1. Josh Groban, $1. Dire Straits, $1. Father of the Bride, Part 2, $1. Blues Traveler, $1. Vanessa Hudgens, $1. Creed, $1. I'll be right there, Brett. U2, All That, $1. 1959 Billboard, $1. Brett will like Led Zepp. We can make that happen. Aha, it's right here. Peter Fonda's daughter. Oh, cool. Is Peter Fonda still with us? So yesterday, I was in Raleigh and Crate Keeper Jim was in Wake Forest, holding it down. I thought you were asking. What did you ask? Yeah, who did Danny Elfman of Ongo Bongo marry? And he said, and Brian said, Bridget Fonda. And then Kurt tells us that it's Peter Fonda's daughter. Jane was her aunt. Yeah. Hey, Lynn, I did show a Boston CD. It was the greatest hits. It's $1 if you're interested, Lynn. How are you doing tonight, Lynn? Are you getting thunder and lightning where you are? Peter died at 79? Holy smoke. Here you go, Brett. Wow. It was on that motorcycle for that movie. So I was saying that Jim was crate keeping yesterday in Wake Forest. He always does an excellent job crate keeping. And John Cougar Mellencamp. He had okay, great. Stan married. You're right, Calvin. That is the case. Hold on a second. I'm gonna grab the Boston for Lynn. Um, so I found it. So Jim had somebody bring in some records for a buyback and a toy chest, and the toy chest has like cowboys, horses, and guns, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. But it was kind of funny that they brought the records in a big, heavy toy box, wooden toy box. So and so that was really neat. However, there was only 2 records in there I was interested in. Could be Calvin, but I don't know. Do I want the toy box or not? So Lynn gets Boston for $1. Thank you, Lynn. And then there was another person that came with some records for a buyback, and there were some pretty cool records. And then a lady came in with 2 large totes of CDs and a cardboard box. Well, anyway, all of that was left for me. Amy Grant, $1. So today, between myself and some crate helpers, we were able to get all that stuff. This is Beethoven. It's not him, but his works. This is another Beethoven. This is on Deutsche Grammophon. Dragon Tales. It said Kid Rhino. Yep. Jeffrey Gaines, $1. I don't know, Calvin. I have no idea what I would, if I had it, what I would price it for. I have no idea what it would be valued at. Lazio Bain, L-A-Z. Hey, baby. Lazio Bain, $1. K-Star, $1. But it's kind of cool. It's missing the hinges though, or maybe it never had hinges, and so that was kind of neat. And then who's this? This is Dixie Chicks, and it's just the disc. And this part is missing the back. $1. Kenny Chesney, the same way. $1. Sarah Evans, $1. Katie Rose, $1. Women of the World, Celtic, $1. Dixie Chicks, $1. Clay Aiken, $1. Pink, $1. And here's another Dixie Chicks, $1. You know, I really need to listen to Pink. I don't know her music. Let's see what Sarah Evans this is. And so today, and then I had a gentleman call me, and it's just the Chicks now. Absolutely. Sarah Evans, Born to Fly. Hey, baby, what you doing? You come to tell everyone hi? Brett said hi earlier. So anyway, there we go, Mark. And so that was really cool. The lady must have brought. She called me up and says, "I got about, I don't know, I got about no problem, Mark. I got about 100 CDs." And I was like, "Yeah, just bring them and drop them off." And it turned to be like 300. So that was a pain. Having to look at all of those. But hey, there's some good disc in there, and I'm prepared to make her an offer. And then, so this gentleman called and made arrangements, went to his house today and picked up his records, his reel-to-reel, his turntable, A Woman's Heart, a bunch of people. Pink does it all vocally, rock and pop. Oh, cool. Here's another Dixie Chicks, $1. This is a cool sampler. This is a 2006 fall sampler, Lost Highway Records. $1, factory seal. Another Dixie Chicks, $1. America, a tribute to heroes. Bruce, Stevie Wonder, Take Six, U2, Faith Hill, Tom Petty, Enrique Iglesias, Goo Goo Dolls, Limp Bizkit, and the list goes on. Do something alternative, $1. Crackers on here, Enigma, General Public, Smithereens, Lotion, Living in Color, a bunch of other people. Performed by original artists, country favorites, 80s, $1. Dick Clark's All-Time Hits, Volume 3, $1. Greatest Hits of the 60s. I'm sorry, Greatest Hits of the 50s. Hey, David, how are you? David, won't you come out tonight? David, do I have your information? Have you sent me an email before? If you haven't, please do. And then I can know how to invoice and everything. I'm gonna have to invoice. Oh gosh, David, thank you so much. They did not, but I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people. Well, I'm going to redo that. I'm going to re-say that. Some people canceled Dixie Chicks, and I think a lot of people just dumped some of their stuff. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. Are you the Texas cat, David? Are you the Texas cat? I can't remember everybody's name. What's on the 50s? Let's take a look, Calvin. So, greatest hits of the 50s. Oh boy, Al Martino, the Kingston Trio. I thought they were 60s. Dinah Shore, Ray Anthony, Julie London, Bob Manning, Keely Smith, Laurie London, Harry James, Michael Holiday, Andy Williams, Johnny Stanley, Jimmy Rogers, Les Paul, Jim Kell, Tennessee Ernie Ford, Fats Domino, Eddie Cochran, Louis Prima, Jerry Lee Lewis. Brett was first. Okay. I'll put it right here while you decide, or not decide. Anyway, so the whole afternoon was just inspecting. They're just the chicks now, but I don't know that one, Brian. Golden Years, 1958, $1. Billboard, 1979, $1. Oh, look, the Village People on the back. Dixie had to go. Yeah, but that happened. I don't know the timeline. I know there was something that they said about a former president, and some people didn't like it, and some people were like, "Oh, it needed to be said." But anyway, there you go. But yeah, Calvin would like the 50s, and just to confirm, Calvin, it's this one, correct? Beautiful former. Oh, she's got all the right moves, huh? Wait for Calvin to confirm that this is the correct one. Sting, Brand New Day, $1. Richie Sambora, $1. I don't know about that. Thank you, Calvin. I'll put this over here with the other ones that are committed to. Firebird, the Firebird, classical, $1. Our local cat, he was a news person, Bill Leslie, $1. A Frat Rock, $1. Oh, Calvin. Oh, Calvin. Oh, Calvin. This is an opera, $1. So we got Greatest Hits of the 50s, Disc 5. And we got Greatest Hits of the 50s, Disc 8. There you go, Calvin, if you're interested. All right. Not to mention, there was a lot of people that came into the store today, so it was just a really busy time. Delays, Rough Trade. Do you know this group, Kurt? Greatest Hits of the Beach Boys, $1. Dang it! I want this 7. It might be in there. City of Angels soundtrack, $1. The Wedding Singer, $1. Utopia. It's a big old comp. Yes, ma'am. She went running by and chirped. Sarah McLaughlin, $1. Hey, thanks for coming in, everybody. Herman's Greatest Hits, $1. Doing a CD sale. If you're interested, Acoustic Jazz Quartet, $1. If you're interested in anything that's being offered, just key in the title and the price. K-Star, $1. There's 2 of her albums on this one disc. The music of Andrew Lloyd Webber, $1. Hey, baby. I don't think it's a good idea to jump up here. I don't. Table's too full. I don't think that's going to stop her. Millennium, I think this is Backstreet Boys. Yeah, Backstreet Boys. $1. Alrighty, set these down. I know. I got to clear these CDs off the table. Sometimes she likes to come in here and sleep on this table, which is cool with me. I'm in the back of the store in a room that's full of CDs that used to be open for everybody until the big C came along. Got me some water. Cheers, everybody. That's good. All right. I guess Kurt didn't know that group, or he's already left. Okay, I'm almost finished emptying this one crate. I'm in Raleigh. Brian, you remember this room. It's down the hall on the left. Toby Keith, $1. Big Bands of the Swing Years, $1. Big Head, Todd, $1. Raleigh. Not Dallas, not Texas. Okay, got you. Thank you, David. Philly. A live music fan. The last 2 weeks I've seen The record company? Oh, wow. A Blitzen Watson Twins baseball project, plus some jazz. Very cool. Who was playing in baseball projects now? Oh, Kurt will like delays. So, Kurt, what's their sound? Tell me about them. I'm guessing they're similar. To Neutral Milk Hotel, which I'm supposed to be doing some type of project there with the anniversary of Neutral Milk. Yeah, I was wondering if Mike Mills is in it also. So, Kurt, $1. Thank you, Kurt. I think I have a baseball project record up front. Indy. Oh, Mark will like Toby Keith's greatest hits. We can make that happen, Mark. Isn't it funny? You can look at something that's right in front of your. Oh, I found it. Oh, what is the big head? Give me just a moment. I'll tell you, Mark. Let's get Mark down for Toby Keith. I got to do this, folks. I got to do it. Probably going to be some feedback. Echo. I did it. No echo. All right, there we go. Okay. Hey, Mark, I got this right here. So Peter Buck, Mike Mills, Steve Wynn, Scott McCauley. Very cool. Do they do any REM songs? Thank you, Mark. Mark was asking about Big Head Todd. Big Head Todd and the Munsters, Sweetly, Sister Sweetly. Broken Hearted Savior, Sister Sweetly. Turn the Light Out, Tomorrow Never Comes, It's All Right, Groove Thing, Soul Forever, Cowboy, Ellis Island, Bittersweet, Circle, Brother John. Yeah, there you go, Mark. The Black Crows, $1. Hey, thanks for coming in, folks. Doing a live CD sale. Dirty Dancing. More Dirty Dancing, $1. See anything you're interested in? Okay, that's cool. If you see anything you're interested in, just comment in the chat, the title and the price. Julio Iglesias. Kenny Wayne Shepherd. I think he's blues. John Mayer. $1. Vanessa Carlson. $1. This is a single, so it should not have the back tray and everything. Yeah. It's got 4 songs. One is live. I can't see this, folks. I just noticed that there's a mark on here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Black Crows for Brett. Thank you. Oh, sorry, David. Brett comes in first with the Black Crows. I'm sorry. Black Crows is plentiful around here, so I might have another one. I remember when they just kind of like hung out around town and you run into them all the time before they got big. Yeah. All right. There you go, Brett. Thank you. All right. This looks interesting. It's got an astronaut on the cover. Is it Hum? Brand new. Brand new. $1. Missing the back. VH1 Divas. $1. Missing the back. Izzy McGuire movie. $1. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band live in New York City. $1. It's totally cool, Mark. Ally McBeal. $1. George Strait. $1. I'm gonna set these down and grab some more. Oh, here he comes. So last night, I think it was last night, Candlebox played in Raleigh. I didn't go. I didn't even know about it. I just saw a post on somebody's Instagram. Apparently they went and got the hold on just a moment. I'll grab everything. The Utopia. Did I have that one tonight, David? Or another night? Or talk to me. So Kenny Wayne, Shepherd, brand new. Utopia. Don't recall a Utopia tonight. But if I did, let me know. There's another streaming service. Is the brewery still open? I wish it was. Not only is it closed, Brian, the actual building's gone. And a big high-rise is there now. Okay, Brett would like Kenny Wayne Shepherd for $1 million. Thank you, Brett. Does anybody recall a Utopia before I go and look? Thank you, Kurt. Pardon me, Dan. I was thinking Todd Rundgren. If you would like this, just put in the chat Utopia $1, and I'll be glad to put your name on it. She Daisy $1. This in the back. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Mr. Beatles Pro. I saw Vigilantes of Love at the brewery too, Brian. Were you there that night? I also saw Vigilantes of Love in Chapel Hill, but I never. It's not Todd. It's a compilation. I never saw the original Vigilantes of Love. I just saw the Vigilantes of Love that Peter Buck was involved in producing because Peter Buck and Bill Maloney were neighbors. And Mark Hurd produced that also. So there we go. Prelude to a Winter Morning, classical. It's not Todd. Beth Hart, $1, front and center. And so that was really neat. But I'll ship it, thanks. You'll ship it or skip it? Classic 60s rock. But I would love to have seen the Vigilantes of Love. That was very much like violent femmes that would just go and play on the sidewalks. The Sounds of the 60s, $1. Our Lady Peace, thank you, David, $1. The War Years, Time Life, $1. Tom Jones, $1. Whoa, 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 whoa. Big Jesus. I don't know what this is. $1. Celtic Women, $1. John Mellencamp. I never know what to call him. $1. Which War? Annie Lennox, $1. Oh, he's very prolific still. Very cool. Which War? And then I saw Bill do a solo show one time somewhere, and I don't remember so much about it, Brian, but he was sitting in a chair and playing acoustic guitar. This is a Hit Parade, so I think it was a Bill Maloney show. I'm thinking it's one of the World Wars, Calvin. Hopefully not World War III. Okay, thank you. Set these down and grab some more. How about that, Brian? We were at the same show, and I didn't even know it was you. I think I was probably back there behind the soundboard when they played, recording them. Kurt will like Big Jesus, and Lynn will like John Mellencamp. Okay. He is a great songwriter, very prolific. Well, you said that. So Lynn will like John for $1. And Kurt will like Big Jesus from Athens, Georgia for $1. Thank you both. So that's for Lynn. And this is for Kurt. Big Jesus from Athens, Georgia. We're talking about Bill Maloney. We're talking about Baseball Project. We're just talking about, Peter Buck. We're talking about Mark Hurd. But I don't think Mark Hurd lived in Athens. Hello, Guru. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. There's someone else from Georgia. We got Georgia covered. I'm gonna put these two in the container that's committed to. All right, I'm gonna grab another stack. So not to say it was really crazy today in Wake Forest. So I now have a reel-to-reel player that's not working. And he says, I don't want it back. So in other words, is it Jesus or Jesus? That's a good question. I didn't get into the Jayhawks, but they did play a record exchange. I didn't see that. I saw a bunch of stuff. I saw, so I took MXPX to the record exchange one day to see Buffalo Tom. And they just kind of stood around like, what's going on here? Chopin. Anyway, classical, $1. Around 1995. Absolutely. I got a bunch of these. I've been trying to put these to the side so I could corral them all together. 50 of the most loved records of your life. Oh my gosh. $1. Classical piano favorites. $1. Vivaldi. $1. Here's a tracks. I want to say, what's that other word? Karaoke? But this is tracks. My lips will praise you, Twila Paris, $1. Experience Chill Out, $1. Vidi, $1. Classical. Dave Matthews Band Stand Up, $1. 50s dance party. $1. MXPX was Calvin. MXPX. You saw Hot House Flowers. That is awesome. Brian, you probably remember some of those midnight album release parties. Little Bird told me they might be coming back. I'm just afraid I would have to have security if that happened here. Kurt, will you be security for me? Kurt, can you come out at midnight and stay for about an hour or two? Lynn, I got 2 of them. This is Four Seasons, and this one is Gloria. Would you like one or both, Lynn? Just let me know. Yeah, those were great. Yeah. Every once in a while, somebody will post images of like a crazy line at midnight, which I think is awesome. All right. Pardon me, folks. I'm going to switch positions and grab a crate full of CDs. Let's see if we can make it happen. Yay, we can do it. All right. Four Seasons for Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you very much. Okay, this is for Lynn. I think Midnight Oil sold a lot more records of Calvin. So Lynn. So there you go. But it was great that Hot House Flowers was there. Brian, help me out here. Hot House Flowers, is that, what was the group that was from the Richmond area that there was a robbery and somebody died? Can't remember the name now. It'll come to me. Bernstein, classical, $1. Surfin' Pachelbel, the single, $1. It's not a single, it's a little EP. Pure Tenors. Oh! Thomas Hampson. It's a cool name, Hampson. Pottery Barn, Southern Vibes. Young Islanders, $1. Pastor Wang Quintet. It's probably Pastor, $1. This one's cool. BYOU. Sabrina Bryan from the Cheetah Dolls, $1. The Best of Joe Cocker, $1. All right. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, folks. I appreciate it bunches. Java. Instrumental performances by various order. Another cup of jazz in Java. Pottery Barn. I shouldn't say that. Straight Up. This is some crooner space age stuff. $1. Diesel Grooves All in One Mega Mix. I bet it's a lot of doom, 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 doom. I shouldn't say that. I have no idea what it sounds like. The Neptunes presents Clones Star Trek. Oh, it's a big compilation. In the Course of Human Events, Ravi, $1. I think everything tonight's going to be $1, folks, $1 each. Mary Chapin Carpenter. Rodney Crowell. Was he married to Roseanne Cash? Neil Diamond, jazz singer. Where's TARDIS? Bonnie Raitt, $1. Forrest Gump, $1. This is a pretty good compilation or soundtrack. It's got a lot of classic rock on here. Willie Nelson's on here. Supreme's on here. Four Tops. Wilson Pickett. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Alrighty. Oh, grab some more CDs. I wish I had 2 dozens of this on vinyl. Graceland, Tennessee, $1. Celine Dion. All of the CDs tonight are $1. Meditations for a Quiet Night. Symphony. The Best of Elvis. In concert, he likes to tell stories about his former father-in-law. Oh, I bet he does. And there's a sister, Johnny's one of Johnny Cash's children, Kathy. She does some stuff online. Gin Blossoms. I tell you, folks, it wasn't until like 4 years ago that I knew what the name Gin Blossom was. And when I discovered it, I don't know how I felt. Anyway, Charlene, yeah. And then there's Kathy. Spice Girls. Cafe Music Network selects 2000, Volume 3. Oh, Beck's on here. VR549. U2. Gloria Estefan, William Orbit. Oh, you have a bunch of her records. Very cool. Was it Ninth Wonder that mixed one of her records? Simple Minds. 8192. Smiths in the back. I believe in the power of love. Supertramp. This is Michelle Branch. Smiths in the front. Ultimate Country Party Volume 2. $1.18. Ultimate Country Tracks. Frat Rock. I think it is Calvin, but it's also when I learned what it was, I could not help but think of all the people I've seen in my life that had Gin Blossoms. Oh boy. It's help me, folks. If you're a drinker, if you're an alcoholic, those little blood vessels that pop out, I know on the nose and maybe other places, and those are referred to as Gin Blossoms. Yeah. Isn't that sweet? Yeah. A World of Great Romantic Favorites. Oh, here we go. Jeff Healey. Day and Night, The Great Songs of Cole Porter. Here we go. G Love. The Groove. Oh, I can't sell this one, folks. I can't sell that one, sorry. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Well, Brian, now you're going to think about everybody you saw that had those things on their nose. Chris Christopherson, The Silver Tongue Devil and I. J.P. Cormier. I Know Nothing. Friedrich Chopin. Russian Piano School. Would you like G-Love, David? If you would, David, just put G-Love $1 in the chat. And that way I know that that's for you. Okay, David. Yeah, David, if you wouldn't mind, just put G-Love $1 in the chat. Casting Crowns. This is a 2-disc set. Oh, Rent soundtrack. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Lynn would like to share. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everybody. I think you would also like Rent. Thank you, David. Here you go, Lynn. Rent it is. Thank you, David. You go. Where'd you go, baby girl? Baby, I need you. The music of The Grand Canyon. 1964, 20 greatest hits. Someone bought it. It was to love with no special sauce. I don't remember, Calvin. Sometimes I just call it Blog. Hey, Brett, what year is your car? Oh, what year is your car? This is a 64. Folks, I really love this record for $1. MTV. MTV Party to Go. I miss MTV. The best, this is Factory Seal, the best of WUNC's Back Porch Music Volume 19. 66, 2 more years. Big Fat Gap is on here. Anyway, it's 14 people. Probably one of their fundraisers. The Celtic Highlights, $1. Hope Floats, $1. I'm gonna grab some more. Woohoo! I like this cover. Oh, Madonna remixes, revisited. 75 spectacular soundtracks. You guys will be looking at this in October. Rolling Thunders, Big Beating, Short Burst, 3 different things. Bombs, Clock Ticking, Alarm on Electric Clock, Clock Tower, Cannons. Oh my gosh, the whole thing is just full of 75 different sound effects. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. They are dumping them, Brian. They sell in the shop for me. I sell more in Wake Forest than I do Raleigh, but sales are still kind of slow. I mean, sell a lot of dollar CDs, but I think they will somewhat get a little popular and a little more desirable in a few years. Sony BMG, the sampler, Catherine Britt, Doug, Cole Dix, and Monson, and Jake Owen, Dave Matthews Band, Josh Groban, David Lands, Moonchild, Please Rewind. This came from the promotion. Let's see if there's more information here. Baby LP. The LA New Jazz Soul Trio. There we go. Moonchild. I know, Brian. I mean, Brett, I know, Brett, but it's so expensive. Randy Newman. The greatest hit singers and songwriters. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Ray Charles Anthology. Blues. It's called Jimmy Rogers All Stars. It's got a ton of people. Poe. P-O-E. Macy Gray. The Best of James Taylor. Cat Stevens. Nancy Wilson. Music by Barry Manilow. Lyrics by Johnny Mercer. That's good. Barry wrote a lot of songs. Barry recorded a lot of songs. Barry sold a lot of records. I have a lot of them here. And I'm sure Barry made a lot of money. Barry used to play with Bette Midler, and they played over at that shopping center. He walked through there. Okay. Getting close to the edge. All right. Oh, this is cool. Congratulations, class of 2000. This in particular. Audio Adrenaline, Supertones, DC Talk, Out of Eden, Patinos, Jars of Clay, Michael W. Smith, Grits, Delirious, Mark Schultz, Jim Brickman, Alicia Keys. He wrote the songs that made the whole world sing. Craig Chakunia, Kenny G. I didn't learn this till recently. It's probably one of you cats that told me that. He used to be in Jeff Luber. Don Henley. Changing Faces. Karen White. I got a Barry Manilow record in more recently. It's a double disc. It was recorded in England, released on a UK label. I'm looking forward to listening to it. Simon and Garfunkel. Matchbox 20. Wonderful record here for Neil Young, Harvest Moon. Bedtime Stories, Little Women, The Daily Telegraph. High and Lifted Up, the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. All right. We're getting close to the edge. My back is telling me we're getting close to the edge. Classic 60s rock. Kirk Franklin. Sorry, getting the keys mixed up. Andreas von Weider. William Weider. I got barely. Now it's 47. Very cool. Classic rock, Hard Times Cafe. Liner. Every Act of Love. William Arula. Neil Young married. Oh, I know that answer. Who did Neil Young marry, everybody? Alison Krauss in Union Station. Wyona. Soundtrack, Notting Hill. Oh, every picture tells a story. Lyle Lovett. Oh. The Clash. George Gershwin. The Hilltoppers. Good night. Good night, Brett. Good night, John Boy. It's 10 o'clock, folks. I got about this many more to go, and then we'll be finished. Not many more. Actually, I have them all in my hands. So yeah, there we go. I got this many more, and then we're gonna be finished. All right, who did Neil Young marry, folks? Okay, you too. Joe Stafford. Darn it. Scotland, the real. Okay. Chitty chitty bang bang. Chitty chitty bang bang. This is a game. Still sell it to you. Nicolette Larson. Coheed and Cambria. Don't tell me I'm the only one who knows who Neil Young married. He married Daryl Hannah. Hotel Giant. Oh, this is a game also. I don't mind selling it to you. Collective Soul. Miles Mosley. Celtic Psalms. Foreplay. The Matrix. You will like Nicolette Larson. We can make that happen. Gotta find her. It's gonna take a lot of love. Oh, I found it. He's not credited, but do you know which famous guitar player plays on this record? I'll check for you, Lynn. I think it's called Creed. No, that's another band. David, $1. Thank you. I'll check that Collective Soul for you, Lynn. La 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 la. La 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 la. They might be over here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Clapton. I lost you on that one, Brian. James Taylor. So it's the one that was reissued for Record Store Day. Discipline Breakdown. Oh yeah, guitarist on Larson album. Oh, it wasn't Clapton. It wasn't James Taylor. Okay. Journey. Greatest Hits Live. Keith Sweat. Out by Inches. 3-song. It was Eddie Van Halen. Hello, thanks for coming in. Skilo, $1. Doing a sale tonight, folks. CDs are $1 each. Neil Diamond, 2-disc set. Barry White. Thank you, Calvin. My Morning Jacket. I like them. Natalie Cole, Unforgettable. She sang with her father's track, and it was issued. You know the story. Chicago Mass Choir. Bruce Springsteen. This one's got Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus coming to town. Grant Rock, 69, class of 69. The Best of Rhythm and Blues, Blues After Hours. Relax, 2. Pretenders, The Olive View. Third Day, Offerings 2. The Best of the Letterman. And Trisha Yearwood takes us out of here. Thank you, Trisha. I appreciate that. All right, folks. If you're watching the replay and something wasn't committed to, reach out to me. See if I can find it for you and we can make it happen. All right. I'll make sure I didn't get that. I'm going to put a link in the chat. If anybody would like to come and hang out with me for a little while, you can. And we'll hang out in the green room when the stream is over with. If you'd like to, just click on that link there. We'll make it happen. Folks, I appreciate it. I had a blast hanging out with everybody. Got delayed a little bit, but here we are, making it happen. Big plans for the week? I hope so, everybody. But until then, I'm going to run. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you soon. Did you say Planet Rock 69? No. Was it Frat Rock 69? Hold on, Calvin. I got to refresh myself. Hold on, Calvin. I'm looking for it. We did have a Frat Rock, but there was something that was 69. It was a compilation. I'll find it, Calvin. Oh, I found it, Calvin. Why don't you build me up, Buttercup baby? So it's Rock and Roll Reunion. Rock and Roll Reunion, 12-hour work days all week. Calvin, I started at 8 o'clock this morning. I think I got you beat. 14 hours today. Yeah, so that's what it was. It was a Rock and Roll Reunion class of 69. There we go. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful evening. And a Happy New Year. Bye. See you soon.